All right, I went ahead and started this up. I'm going to be in and out doing some other stuff, but hopefully some other people will join and they'll talk amongst themselves. And I'll run this till the daily show at 7 o'clock. And I'll have to shut it down because I'm going to go join that one. Beep boop boo doo dee dee boo doo boop beep boo doo bee doo. Come on, people, and join the chat. Come on, join the chat. Talk to amongst yourselves, cause I'm in and out. So people join the chat. Everyone's liking my picture on Instagram. It's a picture of some stickers I put on Instagram. I got them from being a Patreon of gun websites. So if you want to get cool stickers, join the Patreon. Everybody probably eating dinner, don't want to talk in the chat. Well, if you ask me, I say I ain't down with that. No talk in the chat, don't eat dinner. Dinner is for fools. Talk in the chat because you know it's really, really cools. Got some gun history today. Everyone watch the Daily Show to find out what it is. But there's gun history today. Come on, just click the link. Everybody just click the link. You know you wanna click the link. in the spirit of G Web's playing that elk call the other day, I figured I would go ahead and let you guys listen to some dude making a moose call. In case anyone was wondering, he didn't get the moose. It was across the river, and I guess he took too long to get down the hill. And by the time he called, it was like gone. Didn't feel like coming back. So that moose call was for nothing. He didn't get to shoot nothing. Do 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 do. How come no one's jumping in? Squib's gonna poop on after dinner. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Bet you by the time he eats dinner, it's gonna be Daily Gun Show time. Come on, people. There's a ticking clock. It's a deadline to this chat. Come and talk to me. Or if you don't like me, come and talk to other people. Scrolling through the Instagram, finding people that like my stuff, and randomly liking shit that's way from like 5 years ago. I always find it funny when someone likes one of my things. It's like, how the hell did you find that picture? That was like a long time ago. So I like doing it to other people because they probably think the same thing. Ooh, this guy's got a set of AK playing cards. You definitely get a like for that. What was that from? January January of last year? Good for him. That's cool. Oh, every second matters? Dude, this guy's got he's got all the swag. Cool. Oh, I see a gun channels patch on his range bag. First aid kit. Do do do. Holy crap, he has tons of gear website stickers. Ooh, I got a text message. Who's the text message from? Oh, guy I work with. Yeah. What time do I want to go to work tomorrow? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll text him back later. Ooh, St. Louis. Don't know why he was in St. Louis, but okay. Maybe he lives in St. Louis. I don't know. All right, there you go. That's all the likes you're getting from me, dude. Let's see. Who else can I scroll through their thing? This person follows me. Okay. I'll look at their stuff. Ooh, I see gun channels patches. A bunch of other stuff. Oh, SHOT Show swag. I see. So you got all that stuff from Marco, I bet. Or Pink or whatever, but one of the peoples that went to SHOT Show. So I see a lot of Spikes Tacticals, some Glock stuff. Ooh, someone started following me. Hello, Alan. With all the weird Snapchat pictures. Like, you can use Snapchat to mess your face up or whatever. That's what all those pictures are. Okay. That's kind of funny. Dear mother-in-law, stop telling me how to raise my kids. I live with one of yours, and I've seen your work. That's pretty funny. I just left a comment on YouTube. Okay. On this chat? That'd be creepy. Are you out there, buddy? I feel a little stalkerish now. Why are you stalking me? Let's go to YouTube, see what the heck he's talking about. I never see like that was the thing. I was looking at that the other day. I saw something like, I sorted like my things by comments or whatever, and there was a video. It said it had 22 comments, and I clicked on it, and there wasn't anything there. So I wonder if like it counts if people say stuff live, if it like counts that as a comment or something. I'm not sure, but like I've never seen other than I don't know, there was some like Russian spam thing that popped up for a while. Um but like other than spamming stuff, I never get any comments on my videos. So let's see, maybe he's talking about today's spamming stuff. I know. Live chat. Smiggy, are you lost? I'm here. It's fun. Oh, hello, sir. Yep, that's a little creepy. He was stalking me. He's listening right now, and I'm talking about trolling his Instagram. That's okay. Dude, you should come over to Gun Channels. It's a lot easier to see comments. gunchannels.com/lobby. You can see the video, and there's a little text chat. And if you click the link, the Hangout thing, you can come and join. Unless you already know about Gun Channels. But if you don't, how the heck did you find this video? I'd be interested in that. How did you find this video? Do you watch all the other people's? Using his phone. Well, I mean, you can do the thing on your phone, but that's fine. Whatever. You do whatever you want. I don't care. Oh, I got Shamrock Shake left. Forgot I was waiting for it to melt a little bit. It was like hurting my face. It was so thick, but it tasted really good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because now it's liquidy, but it's still cold. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, come on, peoples. Join the chat. I'm not Yankee or Matt, where I'm comfortable just sitting here randomly talking to myself. Watch Yankee Heavy B Mad all the time. Okay, cool. So then you know what's up. I was just interested. I was just curious if, like, someone like randomly found one of these videos, like doesn't know anything about gun channels or doesn't know any of the other chats, and it's like, oh, this is kind of neat. Like, I wonder if that ever happens. Yeah, it is delicious, dude. Shamrock Shake, they're the best. Hmm. Well, I guess I'll answer viewer questions. Hey Smeggy, why are you so awesome? Oh, thanks for asking. You see, the reason I'm so awesome is because I am. I'm just born this way. I can't help it. Let's see. Next question. Why are you so modest? Oh, thanks for asking. Cause I'm also super modest and super awesome. And Clay did a thing to Instagram. So let's see what Instagram he posted. Cat and birds and stuff. Okay. They're like gonna fight each other or something. Wow, we're up to 9 viewers. Hi, 9 viewers. I think I'll go back to trolling Instagram. I think I've looked at this guy's before. Oh, that dude went to go see Logan? What the heck? Oh, he's got a rhino? No, stop. I know he likes all my pictures, but no, stop. Let's see, what's another name that I've never seen before? So much Kimmy. Let's see what that is. Kimmy at Bacon Boxes? What? Is this one of them things you want me to buy shit so you pretend like you like my video? Kimmy at Bacon Boxes. Well, there's a gun. Okay. Just being you. Okay. Cool lifted truck in the background. She's holding a shotgun and has butterfly face paint on. Okay. Works for me. Yeah, this looks like a bacon box. What the? I mean, what? It's the box of bacon or something? What? Like you can buy bacon in the store. It doesn't need to come in boxes. That makes me sad, Kimmy, because I bet you didn't even look at my picture. Vote for bacon. Okay. Whatever you say. I'm trying to find like real people, not bacon box people. This chat needs a cat fight. Okay. I guess invite some cats over and they can fight each other. Let me see one of my photos that has a lot of likes, and I'll go through and pick a person. 2947. Okay. We'll see what type of people like my Every Second Matters post. I know all those people. Mounts Plus, that seems like a company. FS Defense looks like a company. Tracy Guns. Let's see what Tracy Guns is. Follow my journey as I take classes and learn tactical proficiency in all types of weapons. Okay. That's a cool gun. Okay. M16 on the range. Oh, wait. Is that actually. Like, you actually got to shoot an actual M16? That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, it says M16 on the range on Thursday with FN_America. Cool. I've actually never shot full auto. Ooh, repeal the NFA. I like you even more. Cool. See, that's how you know people that actually care a little bit about their rights. Not just like, oh, look, here's a picture of a gun. Actually, do something about it. What the heck is this? Rocks with price tags on them? California compliant self-defense rocks. Nice. I carry a rock with me, but it's not for self-defense necessarily. It'd be cool if this person was also watching the chat. What's this? Gun Squad? No. Come find you on Gun Channels, not Gun Squad. Don't be lame. Whoa, I heard noises.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? How to become a pirate. Nice. There's a girl with a scoped rifle, and she's got the butt of the rifle like on top of her shoulder, and she's looking through the scope, like holding it like a bazooka or something.
Yeah. Yep, she's about to get her eye put out. I see that picture.
Oh, why are you pointing a gun at a teddy bear? Follow me on Instagram where the bear gets it.
I never thought of that.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna like that picture. I don't condone
bear violence, teddy bear violence.
Well, not even that. It's any old threat. Like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
Do you remember back in the day? There was something. There was like a website where this dude was like, unless I raise like $1,000 in a certain time, like I'm gonna eat this bunny. Like he bought a rabbit from a pet store, and then he had like I think this was like before PayPal and stuff. Like I mean, this was back in the day of the internets.
Yeah.
And
sounds familiar.
But he would like every so often he would update with like another recipe for Hassenpfeffer. And like, oh, it's, only $500 away, coming up next week or whatever. The guy actually made money.
I'm gonna do that. Post it on PETA like pages on Facebook and whatnot.
Well, don't do that. They'll just come like firebomb you.
Yeah, that's true.
Either that or they'll kidnap it and then kill it.
Yeah. Like, well, we can't find a good home for it, so we got to put it down. What is that? A swastika?
That's what I was just gonna say. Oh like that doesn't look too good.
No, it's not a swastika.
I'm scared.
Did either of you guys ever see the TV series in the 80s called V?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the symbol.
Yeah, they were fascist, so I think they modified the.
Yeah, I mean they're basically 2 lines away,
so
right?
It looks kind of like a swastika because of the.
It actually kinda, like without the orange, it doesn't seem as bad. Like when you talk, we only see the circle. But then when you're not talking, you can see like the the orange in the corners. And for some reason, like when it's just the circle, it kind of looks like a face.
So tonight on Lock and Load, we
like with his eyebrow raised and his mouth back.
Oh,
like,
Yeah, something. Yeah, he only has one eyebrow and
Maybe I
half
need
a
to
mouth,
change
but
the-
yeah.
Maybe I need to change it.
Yeah, it's distracting. Nah, you don't have to change it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying it definitely, like, at first glance was like, huh? And sometimes, unfortunately, it's kind of like,
No, I was only using it for one day.
okay. Then I'll allow it.
If you put it through like Prisma, you could probably turn the background color to something else. Actually, I think I did that through Pixlr. Change the background colors to some other things. It'll make it like blue or yellow, green. But then it wouldn't be the correct assemblage. So I haven't been to that Modern Munitions that I buy ammo from nearby me, a remanufacturer place. I went on their website yesterday, and I just found out now that they're like basically a big giant online retailer, and I can do in-store pickups.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me give you a link.
Of like all sorts of stuff?
Yeah, they got guns, ammo, and 1,000 rounds is $195 for 9mm. That's not bad. I have to go pick some up this week.
Yeah, 195. So 19.5 cents a round.
They do have 45 reloads, but I think they only do 185 grain, and I'm not a huge fan of 185 grain. 45. Yeah, it seems like they do all kinds of shit now. It's pretty sweet.
I guess we scared Squib away.
It's like, oh,
It's okay, dude. We know you're not a Nazi. It's okay.
That's funny.
It can be tough. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, right? Like, because it, like you said, it probably they did that on purpose because of like the TV show. The Peoples are supposed to be fascist. It's like the thing from The Wall, when
Yeah.
Pink Floyd made that movie or whatever. What it was kind of like red and white and black or whatever, but they're like a hammer and something. Like it's like it combined like Nazi with like communism kind of thing, because it was like a hammer in the
supposed to be like a totalitarian regime.
right. It was just supposed to be some type of dictator thing. Yeah, because they had that song, one of the animations where the hammers were marching next to each other and like in perfect lockstep. And
yeah, I gotta watch that again. I haven't watched it since I was in my teens.
yeah, that's the first time I watched it. I was in high school. I borrowed it from a friend. I don't know. I was into all that kind of stuff, like hippie psychedelic kind of stuff, but like I wasn't a druggie. Like I have black lights and lava lamps and different like the plasma ball and like this fiber optic thing that like fans out and changes color and shit. Like it's just cool.
I liked some of that stuff when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, because I did a lot of acid.
Oh, okay. See, so that makes sense. I like that kind of stuff. In fact, I still do
But
like
then
that kind of
after,
stuff.
like later on, like I still kind of, I mean, I like stuff that glows in the dark and weird lava lamps and stuff like that, but I don't like the whole high times culture where they're like, it's their whole life. It's revolving around this stuff. Hacky sacks, dreadlocks, lava lamps, bongs.
Yeah, I'm not into all that kind of stuff, but yeah, no, I've never done acid, but if you like looked at my room when I was in high school, you wouldn't have known that. You would have been like, holy crap, this kid's tripping out.
Yeah, the statute of limitations are up now, so I can tell everybody.
I see. Either that or you could be making up anyways. I mean, I honestly doubt, like, even if you're like, I did it yesterday, that's not going to stand up in court. Like, I
don't
was
even know where to
lying
get-
on the internet. Like, how you can't prove that I was telling the truth.
True. This is just my character for chats.
Exactly.
The psychedelic shooter. So I changed my name. That's why my name is Moonfood. It's like such a hippie name.
Yeah, it makes sense. It kind of reminds me of Moon Moon, that all those pictures on the different social medias with like, who brought Moon Moon? And it's like a dog or a wolf or something doing something stupid.
Yep. Yeah, the way I came up with my YouTube name was I was thinking of all these cool names and they were all taken. And I got frustrated and I was like, what are the two words that go together that nobody has ever thought of or would be so stupid nobody's done it yet? So I was like, Moon Food? I don't know. And then somebody had that. So I had to put a 78 after it.
Isn't that funny that even like whatever you think of, you got to add a number? Now, I added 42 just because I like 42. It wasn't because the thing was taken.
Yeah, mine was taken. I think because after when I'd Google me, like now it just shows me because I'm Googling myself and it's like, oh, look at this guy, he's Googling himself. Of course he wants to see himself. But back in the day, it would show me this restaurant called Moon Food and they had their own bottled water and products and stuff. And I guess it was like some kind of weird new agey restaurant. I was like, damn it.
How's that? Is that better?
Nah, it'll take a few hours to change, if not till tomorrow. So you're stuck with it.
Haha.
For reals.
Yeah,
If
it does still show the same icon.
If I change mine right now, it won't change for a while. It only takes a day, though. Should be all good the next time you join the chat tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why for the longest time I was confused how Sean would always have the different ones, and then I realized, or I think he's told me that he just screen shares the picture. So when he does those like funny memes and stuff, he's not actually changing his icon. He's just screen sharing. And I tried to do it, and it doesn't work. It shows up black, like the picture's on my screen. But as soon as like
the overlay or the screen share.
I thought it was the screen share. He just screen shares and then picks that window because the picture's open.
Oh, they took away the toolbox, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I know they're starting to like downgrade stuff.
Yeah.
I get a warning now saying Hangouts is not supported on Firefox, but it still works, so it's okay. It's just if there is a problem, they won't bother to fix it.
Because Six String used to do an overlay, and it was in the toolbox. I could never get it to work, but he got it to work. But it would overlay just like about 90% of the screen, and a little bit of the top and bottom you could see through. If his camera was on, you could see like him sitting on the couch, the top of his head and the part of his couch. But it worked for the most part. But now the toolbox is gone. Whatever. I guess you got no control over other people's volume and stuff now. Google Effects is still there. That's important. Fucking jerk offs.
And I still have the control room like as the host, so I could turn people up and down.
Yeah. That's different though. You could do it in the toolbox individually. Like if you thought someone was too loud, you would be the only one that heard the difference in their volume. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't affect them or anybody else. Ermagerd. Anybody know about the Mikulik AR comp? If it's any good? It looks like my cheap one. Then again, it's not that expensive. It's like $40.
So I just changed my image for just for one day for one show. Tonight on Lock and Load, the subject is, what if aliens from outer space invaded? What would you do?
I would try to have sex with the female versions of them.
I think HBS was implying they were hostile. Edge wanted him to clarify that they were from outer space and not illegal aliens. So the first thing I thought of was in the 80s they had the mini series and the TV series V with the reptiles wearing the bodysuits so they look like people.
Yeah, but
They
I think
came here
they'd already be among us if they.
Yeah. Well, they tried to do a reboot of it, but it sucked.
Oh yeah, I was excited for it, but then I watched like the first episode and this is garbage.
It's terrible. Yeah. Even though the original creator did it, I don't know what he was thinking.
He was probably just doing it for the paycheck and then changing it for the executives every step of the way.
I wanted to get in the hangout earlier, and I got home, and everybody needed something. And normally my kids will wolf down their dinner and run up to their room and disappear. Oh no, they wanted to stay downstairs by the computer and watch TV, and it's just like they knew, right? And then as soon as I get on Hangouts, my mic starts acting up, and then Windows 10 crashes. I go to reboot. The computer's taking forever, and then my wife starts texting me. She's out getting her hair done. So, I'm kind of running the show tonight, and it's like almost everybody just subconsciously knew to mess with me because I wanted to get online.
This Hawaii Volcano Squad Lock and Load chat sounds like a good one.
I'm hoping it's a good one.
Sometimes it's fun to talk about alien invasions.
Well, in the movies and TV shows, the humans always form some sort of resistance and fight them back, and somehow or another they end up winning, right? Like War of the Worlds, they got sick, right?
You guys are you're almost gonna have to set parameters because you don't know. It could be any kind of technology these guys have, these alien guys. Infrared, like you can't hide from them, or they could be able to like cloak. Or just freaking send out a pulse and kill us all at once.
Well, see, I would think that the parameters would be that they have to invade the planet. They don't want to do orbital bombardment because there's something on the surface that they need. They don't want to tear up the planet. They don't want to, I don't know, contaminate anything, or maybe they need people. They need people for slaves or food or something.
Yeah, this is good. The parameters makes
because otherwise they just wipe out everything on the surface and then strip it for what? Precious resources, mine it for ore or whatever. But I mean, if they wanted to mine something for ore, why come to a planet and bombard it? They could just go to asteroids for that. So they'd have to want like the water and the oxygen or something, I guess.
Well, probably shoot a bunch of them. Unless they can melt your gun in your hand with their heat vision. Superman was an alien.
Oh, I was thinking of the day the world stood still. Wasn't a giant robot or something come out of and it had a heat vision eye or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess I don't think of Kryptonians as aliens, even though they are, because they look like us.
But yeah, they gotta have weapons. If they're hostile, they gotta have weapons. Like I would imagine. Did you ever see War of the Worlds, the remake? I thought that was pretty.
It's Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah. The way the aliens' lasers or whatever would just poof people into like dust. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, didn't they tried to suck some people up into one of their, whatever you want to call those things, because they were what were they? They were sucking the blood out of people or something.
Yeah.
And somebody had a satchel of grenades and it got sucked up in there and blew it up from the inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they got fucked up, because so many people, they took all their blood. They probably got a lot of AIDS blood and all this flu blood, because at the end of the movie, the Morgan Freeman says they got sick because of the viruses. They had no immunities to our viruses.
So they're technologically sophisticated, and they go, let's eat these primates on this planet. And they're not smart enough to go, maybe we should test a couple of them.
You would think that they would have engineered themselves to be like immune to anything.
Well, I mean, that's like the movie Signs, where
water hurts them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So water hurts them, but they land on a planet that's fucking 70% water or some crap.
That's like us trying to land on a planet. That's like us trying to land on a planet that's 70% lava.
Acid. Yeah.
They're like, no thanks.
Yeah, wasn't in Alien Nation, wasn't salt water acidic to the aliens? I think they couldn't be in the ocean. It would eat them up like acid. But they drank spoiled milk to get drunk.
Yeah, spoiled milk got them drunk, and didn't something have to do with cats with them? Or am I thinking of something
maybe.
else?
Oh no, you're thinking of Alf. Alf used to be with Alf wanted to eat the cat. If you're from Melmac, you like to eat cats.
Yeah. Gordon Shumway. But like they were, I guess, in War of the Worlds, they were trying to terraform our planet into theirs because they were just spewing all this. It looked like roots and stuff and weird trees made out of people's blood.
Isn't that what they did in They Live too? They said they were polluting the atmosphere to make it more like their planet or something.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that.
All I know is Rowdy Roddy Piper kicked some alien ass.
Yeah. I just fast forward through that fight scene though. It's too long. Everybody hyped it up too much. Like, okay, these guys are just like wrestling for like 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, they had to
Stop.
they had to get the WWF stuff in there somehow.
Yeah.
Hey Smeggy, I printed up all those House bills that you were talking about on Every Second Matters. The ones from, is it Virginia and New Mexico and Arizona? I got some reading to do.
Well, that sounds like fun homework.
Yeah, some of them are short, some of them are a little bit long, and I don't really read legalese very well, but I figured if you were taking the time to mention them, even though they're not in Michigan, it might be worth just doing a little bit of reading. You never know when some law like that might try to get passed, for better or for worse, passed here. I like the whole, if you're getting a personal protection order, you can conceal carry for a long enough amount of time to give you ample time to get a concealed carry permit. I kind of like the idea of that. That's a law that makes sense.
I think I need a new TV.
Go to Best Buy.
Yeah, they had a deal before Christmas for 55-inch or 60-inch Sony 4K TV with a PS4 for $1,000. That's a crazy deal. I know I'm not gonna get that kind of deal, but is that how? Is that like a typical like discount on a 4K TV? Like in other words, are 4K TVs under $1,000 now?
I don't know.
Because I haven't really been looking at TVs in a while.
If it's just a base model PS4, I think that's around $300. So then the TVs makes up the rest. That'd be 1,000. That's on sale. I mean, not 1,000. I mean 700.
Yeah. So I'm figuring like a. I don't want to get no cheap one though. I've always been spending at least. Actually, the last one I bought was only 600. But before that, it was $1,200 every time I bought a TV.
Now, if you watch a lot of TV or a lot of movies on TV that are high def, or you watch a lot of sports, then I suppose it's worth it. I got to think about things like, will my kids break this, or will my in-laws stay longer because of the TV? So, small TVs, yes, it is.
That's when you just like put a sheet over it and say, "Oh, TV broke," and then roll out to black and white.
I might try that. My wife will be yelling, "You take that off!"
Those curved TVs look cool.
the latest and greatest until something else comes along.
Yeah. I'll buy that, and then the hologram TV will come out.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for leading the way so that guys like me can get them at a cheaper price 6 years later. Thank you.
Yeah. I've been like an early adopter my whole life.
A
And
pioneer.
we always get the shit end of the stick too. But I guess that's you pay extra money to get it first. Get it ASAP.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at it like this. If you'd gotten one of the early Kimbers, right? It'd be like, who's laughing now, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I've thought the same way about technology, like TVs and games and video and stuff like that. It's kind of different in the gun world, but there's the same concept kind of going on, except sometimes it's better to get the original, because the longer they make it, the more corners you think they're going to cut, and
I have a good example for you.
different materials or something like Glock.
Do you really want to be, or looking backwards, the guy to get the new reintroduced Remington R51?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to kind of expect that from Remington, unless you're just a guy that doesn't read any media, and goes in the gun shop and is an unlucky bastard to pick one up.
Dano, have you ever handled an original one? They're from the 50s and 60s, right?
I thought they were long before that. I thought they were the early, but they may have been.
Yeah, I think they're from like the 30s or 40s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But regardless, I've never actually seen one in person. So
yeah, neither have I. I was kind of hopeful that they would just be making the exact same gun and all the parts would be interchangeable and things like that. In case I ever stumbled across an old one, I'd have a source for new parts and stuff like that. But I've never shot it, and all I hear are bad stuff. So I'm not even going to bother wasting my time.
But electronics are so different. So there's so many different ones that it's insane. You can never.
Well, and they do that on purpose because they don't want them to be directly comparable with another make and model. You think of all like the price guarantees out there. That's another reason why there are no two that are the same.
Yeah, even by the same company, they'll come out with new ones every 3 months, 3 to 6 months. But then they'll also have like different versions of that.
Yep.
And a totally different kind of line. So it's like that with every single electronics company.
Like, well, so you have a 3406A. This is a 3406B.
Yeah.
It's almost like guns with distributor exclusives.
Yeah.
Some of the big box stores get stuff from distributors that are made for that distributor or made for that big box store. So yeah, the electronics the same way.
I think Walmart does that.
But you're not getting, like, if you go to a big box store or somewhere known for cheaper prices on guns, you're not getting a different Glock. Like, you're getting a Mexican TV. You're getting a TV from Walmart. You go to Best Buy or a higher end store, you're getting the one made in Europe or Japan or whatever.
True.
So that's where because Walmart brands on electronics, they always have their own little SKU after the number.
Though sometimes you got to wonder if they've got an assembly line at a factory and all they do is just change the label on there.
It could be like any kind of deal they have struck with their suppliers.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that think Craftsman tools are actually made in a factory owned by Sears, and Craftsman is the company. And it's like, no, they put a bid out for a ratchet, and companies bid on it, and the winning bid got the deal, and they just put Craftsman on there, and right down the same line, they got their brand of tool.
I worked for a company. We made batteries, but we did the Sears Die Hard, and we did Interstate, and we did Farm and Fleet. We did Walmart. We did what is it? Auto? It's a national.
AutoZone.
AutoZone, yeah.
Yep.
As well as a bunch
Yeah.
of others. But and the name of my company, you know, unless you're an investor or something, you never would have heard of it. Yet there's lots of companies like the one that I worked for. It was a national company all throughout the United States. It served all the different markets. But we made everybody else's stuff. And there are companies that do that for electronics. And there's companies, I mean, that you'll never see their own version. Like you'll never see a Johnson Controls battery.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're the company that's
But
making
they
it
own-
behind everybody
Yeah,
else.
they own Interstate, or they make Interstate, or yeah.
Right.
Well, JCI just keeps buying out everybody. That's the thing.
Well, I also just heard on the radio today that their corporate headquarters had always been Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that they just moved it abroad. I'm not sure if
How you
it's
doing, guys?
or where. Hey, Rick.
JCI is spinning off its automotive seating division, and they bought Tyco Security. So ADT Security split, and ADT stayed with residential, and Tyco, which was the parent company, went and did commercial. So JCI bought Tyco. They spun off their seating division, and I'm trying to think. I know they've made other acquisitions. Like years ago, they bought Potter and Blumfield Electronics, things like that. I think by getting the Tyco alarm business, they're going to be able to sell their components to the alarm company now. Instead of them buying Simplex Grinnell or some other brand like that, JCI just says, you know, use our components, that sort of thing.
Well, they had also bought out aspects of Honeywell,
Okay.
which was in the security business as well.
Didn't
And-
they get an elevator company too?
Say again?
Didn't they buy an elevator company too?
I'm not aware of that. I mean, they may have, but not that I'm aware. I mean, I'm not aware of their current goings-ons, let's say the last 3-4 years. Before that is when I was aware of everything that they were doing. Like that's how I found out how the American manufacturing companies that operate literally just a couple miles over the border deal with local labor. Is they'll all be on the same side of a certain town, and if the plant quarter mile down the road pays a nickel more an hour, and of course they all include lunch or a meal as part of the shift work. You work day shift, you get a free lunch. You work second shift, you get a free dinner. You know that sort of thing. I mean, that's a part of the benefits of working in any of those companies that are just over the border. But they would literally lose hundreds of workers or gain hundreds of workers if somebody changed their rates that day. Your entire workforce would literally go down the street and suddenly be making rims for cars or something else.
Yeah, my company's had some issues with that, building plants down south. So the supplier will have their final assembly plant down there. So they want all the people making all the sub-assemblies to build factories nearby. And I've been telling them for years, you know, guys, I'm from down there. I'm telling you, you're going to have issues with the workforce. It's not that they're bad people or anything. It's just they're not used to this sort of thing. This is a Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of a culture shock for me to get used to things when I moved to Michigan. And pretty much every prediction I made about every single time they opened a plant down south came true. And they've told me before, the higher ups, I've had some serious discussions with them and some not so serious discussions with them. And they've told me, look, when the customer says you're going to build a plant within so many miles of our final assembly point, you don't tell them, no, we'll build it in Michigan and we'll truck the stuff down. That way we don't have quality issues and with labor issues. And I mean, not at least I shouldn't say issues that they aren't used to dealing with. The issues they deal with up here, they know how to deal with. The issues down there, it's having everybody walk out at lunchtime.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what it comes down to is even with those losses at the end of the year or the quarter, can they still make a profit? And if the answer is yes, well, then maybe it's, they may not make as much money, but if they still make money, period, that's better than having money that's not gaining anything.
Yeah, that's what it really comes down to. Plus, you've got the people making the decisions, but the customer and the suppliers for your final assembly. All the higher ups, they rotate in and out every few years. You don't have a CEO for 10 years anymore. I mean,
Right.
They're there for 2 years, they get their golden parachute, and then go down the street.
Yep.
So they don't really care if it's profitable over 5 or 6 years. They care if it's profitable for the next year or two, because they want to get as many bonuses as they can, and then they're out the door. Somebody else's problem. Yep.
Absolutely true.
Surprise, surprise, America. That's how manufacturing works. That's why your cars cost so much.
Well, we won't have to worry about it because we know because the aliens are attacking tonight.
Yes, they are.
So what's the show theme for tonight he's doing?
What if aliens from outer space invaded? What would you do?
Well, haven't they already? Isn't their home base in Antarctica?
I thought the Nazis were down there, not aliens.
Maybe they're one and the same.
Now, the only 2 aliens I know that are in Antarctica is the Thing, John Carpenter's Thing, and the Kreenoid from Doctor Who. So that's it.
Although I do wonder, I have no idea whether global warming is a real thing or not, but clearly, we've all noticed some at least, even if they're just changes in a particular week or a particular winter. But if we do get less ice down there, if we'll actually be able to get access to the land continent, and if so, I know there's a long-standing agreement in the UN in regards to not commercially or politically exploiting that continent. But agreements are always made to be broken, especially if they find things like rare earth minerals,
there's a good plot for a movie,
or the things that are needed in energy production. I mean, this world without energy, there would be no first world.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There's probably lots of resources there, and a plot for a good movie or a good book would be some country with enough military power to protect it goes in there and claims it for themselves and says, to hell with these treaties and all this other stuff, and the other countries get in there and fight and something like that. I don't know. I'm not going down there.
Not I.
Too cold.
You got the lost civilization buried under that ice, I think.
But is it an alien civilization?
Well, I guess I could say that, in one respect, dinosaurs are alien to me. They're strange to me.
Well, I'm not going to go with dinosaurs, but back to what you were saying about from outer space. How in the hell could they build perfect pyramids back in that day when they weren't as smart as they are today?
I think they were really smart, and a lot of knowledge was lost, and we had to relearn a lot of things in the past 500 years.
But they couldn't figure out that the continent was drifting? Hey, buddy, come over here. Did you notice that the sun is no longer setting in the same spot? Maybe we ought to move.
It was either lost to time or they all had lots of free time to build these things because they weren't stuck in traffic or they weren't wasting their nights online.
But nobody noticed that, hey, did you notice it's getting a little colder than normal? Maybe we ought to move.
No, because they didn't have the Weather Channel to hype it up to get ratings. I love it when they say we set a new record for today. They broke the record by 1 degree. And when was the record set? 1938. And how long have we been keeping records? Well, 150 years. Okay, when we've been keeping records for 1,000 years, then you can be talking about these new records. And if it happened in 1938 or 1958 or 1908 or 1881, then it's happened before. It's not. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Even within 1,000 years of records, you still don't know where you are within the natural cycles of the Earth.
True.
To establish whether that's a record for the cycle that you're in, there's probably more than one cycle, and where are you within that cycle?
But for a meteorologist to say, we've only got up to this temperature in this city 4 times ever, and you've been taking records since 1881. Okay, and what is the minimum and maximum temperatures? Take that number, and that's your temperature swing, and then divide that by however many years, and the law of probability, blah blah blah, pi r squared. Maggie, jump in here with some engineering knowledge. Make some sense out of my gibberish, my Poco Ghibli.
He's AFK.
I was surprised he hasn't jumped in already.
Or AFM.
I like what Clay said about the pyramids. You didn't build that.
Hey, you didn't build that.
This is way too early for DB to be coming out. So something must be wrong. It must be global warming.
Dude,
If
I
DB's
talked to
coming
you
out.
yesterday at like
It's
early
his
hours.
favorite time to chat.
I've been in the early watch like fucking 5 times, man, maybe more.
Well, I missed you.
Oh yeah, I miss Biker Bob, but
Is he
the
really
fuck
in
happened?
Vegas?
He quit. He's a fuck you guy.
What?
Did Biker Bob quit the show?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you guys were talking about on your show.
No.
Hmm.
We were just talking crap about crap.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was convalescing in a hospital after those Sharpie wounds.
Yeah, right.
Well,
How's that
I
mean
think he
case
was
of rugby?
it was a lot more sore than he let on in the camera. When he did that little barrel roll,
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
if you're not used to rolling around on the ground, that can really pull some muscles.
Well, I'm sure he's used to pulling his own muscle, but
Well,
he's not used to
I don't think that's what was
beating his
bothering
old ass, man. Hashnazi was like, "What's up? I'm gonna stab you with a fucking Sharpie 1,000 times." Time to go see Logan, man. I keep missing it. No, shut up, dog. Shut up, dog.
Your dog whimpering?
Yeah, he's just being goofy. What time is the Daily Show? Soon, right?
13 minutes.
13 minutes. Oh shit. We only got Dano here for a little bit.
Hey, Dano, give us the answer to the pop quiz.
Let's see. The answer is eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
The answer is Taurus Millennium G2 with brand new Trijicon HD sights and a crossbreed holster.
Let's see.
Should I buy a Smith & Wesson SDVE 9er?
Oh fuck yeah! Just keep in your fucking trunk
That's what I was.
as a banger. You
I
know,
was gonna have it be. I was gonna send.
I'll
that.
keep a gun like that in the fucking trunk, man.
You follow Cordate Blues Jr.?
Yeah.
See how fast he got his gun back?
No.
I thought he said he's sending it off to Jagger Works.
No, don't do that, dude. Please don't do Jagger. I'm just saying.
No, I'm sending. I'm not getting an armor.
Yeah, I go back to G-Web's videos with ATI guns almost 10 years ago. Man. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah, I'm sending it.
At
It's only
least probably
$225.
to do the slide and
The refinish and the sights.
Yeah.
The sights are.
If I did it, I would do it on like a Gen 5 or like the Gen 4, you know. Because I like my older Glocks. I like the finish that they have.
Well, my Vickers has just the
The shitty finish.
shitty finish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa. Yeah, I saw the some guy at a gun shop I was at has a Glock 17 black Vickers on consignment used for $540. You know, it looks like it's brand new. And I was kind of blown away by that brass bead, man. I was like, wow, it's pretty fucking dope.
So you think somebody bought it, ran a box of ammo through it, and then took it back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you like them sights?
Yeah. I
They're
do.
all right.
I would like them better if it was a square rear, but yeah, the brass bead or the gold bead, like in the gun shop, dude, it was Illuminati, bro.
I might be
What firearm?
Just a Glock, but it had like these sights, old school type of gunfighter sights with the brass bead in the front dot.
If I can put it
On
on.
a pistol?
Yeah. That's what a lot of 1911 guys used to do, like Texas Rangers and shit back in the day. They put a brass bead or a gold bead. You know, I guess it's a common thing on rifles. Like my first rifle was a 1022 back in like 1986. That shit had like a brass bead in it. I think it was a brass bead. Yeah, but it didn't glow like that fucking Vickers, bro. Like that Vickers front sight was like fucking bright as fuck, dude. Like super polished. It might even be gold plated. I don't know. Not sure.
T-Web says no, Bob. He's driving.
Mm.
I guess you can't see.
Man, fuck that old queer.
Oh, it's too dark.
Is it dark out there already?
It's too dark.
Need a flashlight? Don't be pointing a gun at me.
It's dark already.
Hey, my dog takes offense to that.
We fucking racist.
Okay. You see that, Dano?
Oh.
Bad camera angle, bad. That's the gold bead
Okay.
post.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a bead, like sitting up like a shotgun. I thought that was pretty big. But yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's just, and it's in the sight.
Yeah.
It's in the blade or whatever.
Gotcha.
Oh, Vickers. Oh, Vickers. Stolen Valor Vickers. Waiting on my Glock coupon. Should be here any day.
I guess you could put like I guess you could find a square notch rear and same height. Slap.
Probably, yeah. liking my Ameriglows, man. I got all Ameriglows now. I think I got the 4s on one of my 19s. I got Hackathorns on my 43. I got a pair of Hackathorns on Block 21.
Yeah, I went to my shop and I had those 43 operators for $80. I got them I got the discount, so I got the tax and I paid $79.
What's a 43 operators?
They're Ameriglow operators for the 43.
Oh, gotcha.
They're just sites.
They're like HD wannabes. Even though Trijicon puts the lamps in there anyway.
I heard those are the. I read it. I mean, those are the FBI sites now.
Not the operators.
Mm-hmm. They're going to come with the FBI Glocks issued to the agents. I guess they're all going to have those sights.
They're different from the Spartan tacticals because the Spartans have a colored front sight, orange or green.
Oh no, that's what the. Okay, so yeah, the
Spartans. Yeah.
I think the Spartans are the FBI one. Yeah, my fucking hack stuff. I mean, I paid $60 for the hacks. I'm happy with them.
I like all Ameriglow sights pretty much.
Yeah, me too. And then the fiber. Something on my 34 has a fiber. That's about it. The RMR Glock has the Ameriglow suppressor height.
So, Moon, didn't at least one of your guns in the past have TFOs?
No, I never got TFOs.
Oh.
I have HDs on my PPQ. All my other Glocks have either the factory night sights or some type of Ameriglow. Except for my Gen 4 still has the stock sights.
What did you put on your 34?
3-dot Ameriglow night sights.
Mm.
But I was gonna switch them out and put them on my 34 after I just don't know what sights to put on my 34 besides the
fibers. You fucking silly rabbit.
I know that, but the Terran Tactical or
I got both. I got the Terrans and I got the what the fuck else did I get?
I'll get you guys later.
Later. Terrans are good.
All right, Dano, have a good show.
Terrans and what else did I get? Terrans. Oh my gosh darn it. The Terrans are good, man. Oh, I got Warren. Oh no, yeah. I'm bugging. Dawson Precision. So the Chargers, which I like too. But if I think the Warren, I keep saying Warren because those were the Warren Savigny sites. I used to have those years ago. But they say that I would just go and get the Terrans, man. They're melanited and they got the like a chrome plated screw in the front underneath the fiber.
Yeah.
And it really does it is brighter than the fucking Dawsons.
Yeah, I got a Dawson front sight for my 1911. The factory one just flew right off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got like 2,500 rounds through. People are like, I hear all the time, like fibers break. I guess, yeah, I haven't dropped my gun yet, but dude, I got 2,500 rounds through my shit, and the fiber's fine. I'm still on the original one. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's breaking under recoil or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I was either going to get the Dawson or the Williams fire sight, so I'm thinking that if I ever want to do that to another gun again, I might try the Williams just to see if it's any better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heading over to listen to the Daily Gun Show, guys. Talk to you later.
Later, bro.
All right.
I don't want to steal their. We have one person watching, so it's not like we're gonna fuck up their show's ratings or anything.
I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all.
Yeah, get the fucking Terrans, man. They're cheap too. They're like $69.
Yeah.
Can't get any cheaper.
I really don't have anything else to buy. Besides, I want a Surefire, another Surefire.
Well, the
And,
ATEI gun, you should put fibers on that. Or you what kind of sights are you gonna put on there? HDs. Those new
thinking
HDs
about
look
the
cool.
full-size operators.
That's pretty badass. Those new Triticons, man. They look. I saw photos of them. They look really cool. Like a lot
they
thinner
out?
front sight. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you can order them, but
Huh.
yeah, I think they're out. Someone online was saying. I just found out about them on the forum.
Well, no, if you send sites to them, they'll put them on for free. It said.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Someone like you needs a fucking tool, though. I mean, you can get them for like $50.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Yeah, real thin front sight with the HD glow in the dark ring around it. It's pretty fucking badass, man. So
Yep. It's like the best of both worlds.
yeah. I like fiber though, especially for outside. That shit looks like a fucking RMR.
Yeah.
You don't need an RMR. You just need a fucking fiber. That Terran tactical shit is bright as fuck. What in the world? I like Amerigos have a good style, like front sight versus rear sight notch. It doesn't take up the whole thing. It's like skinny enough, you know?
Yeah. That's what I like.
You get a little bit of air.
Yeah, it even does it on the 43s.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at mine.
Like when I used to shoot like 5 years ago, I would have hated this.
Me too. I wouldn't have been able to shoot for shit.
Yeah. Now I prefer it.
Yeah, I would have wanted, Glock style. I was the best with those. No air. Even though, like, maybe the first time I noticed that I didn't like them, but I was shooting good with them. Like, I still didn't like them, though. So I wasn't, like, used to it or something. It was the PPQ. Because they came like that. Like, a lot of fucking air.
Yeah.
And I remember shooting really good with it. It was like, what, 4 years ago? But I should have kept that gun.
Yeah, I shot horribly with it the first time I owned one
Mm-hmm.
because of that sight, because of that rear notch. I didn't take the time to like get used to the gun at all. But second time I bought it, my skill level went up between those years and
Went up a
shot lot
notch.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too.
That's my favorite gun to shoot when I go out to my dad's because I can hit the steel like 20 yards. It's a little 8-inch plate.
Ka-ting. Ding.
Yeah,
Go,
the trigger's insane.
go shooting with this newbie friend of mine. He was a friend of my girlfriend. And he just bought a whole bunch of shit. It was like totally goofy, man. We go to the gun store, and he's like, "Can you take a picture of me holding this?" And he picks up like the gold Desert Eagle with his fingers on the trigger. You know what I mean? That guy. He's telling me how badass it is, and I'm like, okay. But so I convinced him to get what did he get? Streamlight TLR one, the new one, the 800 lumen one with the DG switch. And he's sending me photos and videos and shit. Like, how do I fucking put this thing on? I had no clue. That thing has a pin.
It's bright
But you
as
need
fuck.
to like with the
800
Streamlight. No,
lumens.
that to take. You know how on the X300 you just like swivel the latch up and it like comes off the bar. The hooks
Yeah.
come off the bar.
Yeah.
That thing you need to drive a pin out.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, just open the latch and pull it off. It should just come off. Just open the latch, and I'm like describing how you do it with the with the fucking X300, and he's like, dude, that's not how it works. I'm like, send him a fucking video from YouTube. I'm like, holy shit, you gotta like pull the fucking pin out of that bitch, then take the latch off, and put the new one on. But anyway, so you got that. You got a Crimson Trace grip laser for the Glock. I told him get a Glock 19, get a Glock something or other, you know, get a Glock or an M&P or something, and to carry. And he wound up going to fucking Adventure Outdoors and got a police trade-in 22 for like $350, and it looks like it's really good shape. So I'm like, okay, well, you can't carry this fucking thing. So I went to the range with him. I brought like my 43, my LCP. That's it. I got an LCR again, like a schmuck. It was used. It was a fucking good deal. And I had an XS big dot sight on there. So I'm selling my shield. And then he's like, I don't want to carry no pansy gun like that, no, you know, bitch gun or something. I'm like, dude, you're not going to carry any gun. He just bought this 22, Glock 22. And I think his other handgun was like a gun his uncle gave him. It was like a 1911 or something. So anyway, so now he's like ready to go. I told him what sights to get. Told him to get those fucking Ameriglows, man, the Hackathorns. Although I kind of, what's the ones you got with the 2 dot, the HD knockoffs?
The operators
Yeah, those are good too. How much are those?
for the 43, they were 80.
Yeah, so for like a bigger Glock, it's probably like fucking $100 or $90. Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh yeah.
They're looking better than the Spartans because, well, let's just paint on the Ameriglow.
Mm-hmm.
Trijicon uses the, it's like the plastic insert. It's colored. So the operators just have that regular white dot. It's not big. And then the blacked out tritium rear. I don't really like the eye dot or whatever it is. Where it's like 1 dot under
Mm-hmm.
lollipop shit, whatever the fuck. Then I'm like constantly adjusting. So I've had them on a gun. I just can't remember what the fuck they were on. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not much I want, man. I don't want to like try to sell my shield, but can't even give it away. It's that fucking sad. Like it's on Gunburger for like $290. Like, no one wants it. Like fuck, dude. We can sell it $199, motherfuckers. Come on, man. The shield. Anyway, once I get rid of that, the only thing I would even want is maybe this Gen 5. I went to Adventure Outdoors the other day, and they're a huge gun shop, huge LE department. And the guy that's been there for like 10 years that I've been going there, 9 years, 10 years, he's like really cool, older cop. He's still a cop. And he's cool with everybody at Glock. So Glock's only, it's like right down the street. And he's like, yeah, Gen 5's coming at NRA show. Like, it's not, they're 99% sure. Like, it was almost ready for fucking shot, but whatever. And like, it's going to be the M, you know? So he swears it. he said he spoke to a couple people that got in trouble. I'm like, okay. And he starts talking about it. I already knew kind of everything. It's like, okay, maybe I'll just wait for that if I get my coupon. Because if they do drop that shit at NRA in April, I'm sure by like June that shit will be at fucking GSSF shops, right? Like any cop, it's a cop gun, dude. I'll just get a blue box.
Not unless they're ready to like drop them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
probably. I mean, sometimes it'll be at the NRA show and have already shipped to dealers,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be.
Well, what's his
already in a
face was
few
telling
places.
me, someone was telling me, a guy like at a gun shop was like, dude, they gotta fulfill. Look at another place that does a lot of cop stuff. They gotta fulfill, like, I think it was the FBI contract was like, I forgot the number, but it was like a fucking shit ton of guns. It was like it was like 30 or 40,000 guns or something, right? And he was like, first they got to do all of those, and then they're gonna have to fill all the police department orders that want them, and then that's when you'll get a chance to get them at GSSF. Like, that's just the way it is. So, like, we'll be the last because GSSF. I mean, those blue box guns, they're for like cops that are like off-duty cops or some shit, and not off-duty cops. I mean, just like they get issued their duty gun, right? So they don't need to buy it. It's more for like them to go in and use their police discount to buy like a second gun to train with or something like that. So by the time they need to supply orders from agencies and the FBI, and then
We
you know,
even get a discount if you're an EMT.
military. Oh, okay, yeah, EMTs.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew military. They can get blue box military. Otherwise, I'm just tempted to. I want to sell my shield and get it. I want to have like 2 or 3 19s, 2 43s. Got my 34. I got the 21. Yeah, maybe get another 17 eventually. I shouldn't have sold that last one.
Yeah, I think the GSSF gives those coupons to all emergency services and law enforcement.
I don't think they even need the
Firefighters.
coupon.
Yeah, they don't need the coupon, the discount. I mean,
They just walk in and show their military ID.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 6.
so we're gonna get the KKM barrel. That's 150.
Yeah. I think you might be able to get that shit cheaper.
Yeah, I thought I saw it for
No.
139 somewhere.
Who the fuck has them?
Glock
Maybe
store
directly
definitely
from-
has them.
Yeah, maybe it was them. Some like Brownells. Maybe it wasn't Brownells. Somebody has like a 10% discount code, and then you can get it with them.
Performance parts. Why are they selling polymer 80s? I don't want to finish no polymer 80. I don't even know if that's okay in my state. I guess we can building
What
your
they
own
don't know won't hurt them.
barrels. Gold. Double diamond. Make it sound. I never heard of them. Double diamond compensator.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
That's the other thing. Like, fuck, dude.
Barstow.
It has nothing to do with fanboyisms. It has to do with fucking. I can tell the difference, man, personally. So, I don't know. I wouldn't risk it. Makes a sweet one. Wilson makes a good one, but I'm not. I wouldn't do it.
The Glock store, I think it's 165. For 19 standard, 165. Fuck them. I think RMR's been around for a while, so, and it's kind of it's a good idea, but it's not perfected yet. You know what I mean? It's in like the
RMR?
middle stage. Yeah, just using
It's
a
been
red
around
dot for a sight.
forever. Yeah. It's been
That's
around
what I mean.
forever.
It's not.
It's been around for a rifle for a long time. Like the first guys to start putting it on pistols was at least 10 years ago. So they do break. I don't know. Yeah. But that guy Doug is like a fucking genius, they say. Like he can fix them there before you even have to send them to Trijicon. And he said, like, you ever have a problem with your gun, you send it to me. If I can't figure it out, we'll send it to Trijicon. But they constantly update shit. And it is what it is, man. I think they're not perfect. It's not the end. There'll be something that comes along, either the new RMR, like that can hold up to those G-forces. Because that's what it is, man. They're literally beating those fucking things to death. The Raven, the Baylor, and the Duick Defense seem to be cool, like a good option. To do it, you know what I mean? But like talking to other people or like listening to experts that shoot a lot, like fucking 30,000 rounds a year and shit, they're breaking. But like, so they'll have two of them. They'll send one back to Trijicon. They'll wait for that one to come back. You know what I mean? They have two to have in circulation. And I was asking that guy, Doug, like, what happens if mine can't be fixed and they have to replace it? Now my slide cut isn't to the exact one, right? He's like, it shouldn't be an issue, but if it is, I'll just remill it for free. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, if it's too fit, I'll remill it a little bit, and we'll just make it fit. Like, perfect.
Why can't they just
small, standardize the way they fucking make them? Right. That's the future, I think.
Like
I
standardize
think the future.
Dovetail the slide and just have a hydraulic press it in there. It never comes out until you send it somewhere, and another hydraulic
Well, you need to
press
take
has to get it out.
you need to take it out to take the fucking to change the battery.
Well, they'll change that.
They need to do something where they're like, they need to get their production to the point where RMRs are not, like, they're very little difference, like in the shape, in the actual spec, so that you don't need to have it like specifically cut for yours, because that's the whole, having your fucking slide cut for the RMR 06 that you bought, because there's that much of a fucking gap in their specs. Once they get their specs down to like they're fucking damn near identical each frame, those aluminum bodies, then they can start doing shit like factories can just start fucking milling them for them. Like, because that's the problem with the MOS, is the fucking plates, they say. Is the plate system sucks.
But they have like no stake? Or what's
no, they don't have stakes, because it's like you put a plate on it's cut for it's just cut, and then you put a plate on your RMR. You attach your RMR to a plate, and then you put that plate on your gun, creating way too much G-force. And the plate will get loose. Like, you can Loctite the shit, whatever. It doesn't matter, they say. Like that cop that I was talking to, he's like, fucking, I don't have a problem with mine. I think, and I probably wouldn't either. You know what I mean? With an MOS, because I don't shoot a shit ton. But like, if you're really out there shooting fucking hundreds of rounds a week and stuff, going hard, then you'll probably have a fucking problem. But the other thing is, the looser the fit, the more abuse your the electronics in the RMR take. Yeah. So
it's bouncing
then around. Exactly. Your fucking shit's gonna break. But I think the future, they'll have something better than the RMR. In my opinion, the curve sucks. Right? There is some sort of distortion from the bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
the way it's curved, and the dope shit about it is it's so small. You know what I mean? Like that you really can carry it, but like it does have that blue tint. There is some little distortion from the bubble of the glass, the curvature of the glass, and then okay, but you know, it is waterproof to a point, and it really is fucking hardcore. There's videos of that guy Doug like slamming that shit on a door, like slamming it on a wall, slamming it on a desk.
I seen some guy on Instagram the other day. No, it was NSR Tech. No, I don't know who it was.
They really do beat the shit out of
Smashing
this
it
thing.
against the edge of the table, like racking it a bunch of times. But
Yeah.
smashing the front of the arm.
They're beefy. What's his face? A couple of people have said like an RMR. If you really the RMR is awesome, right? Because you can carry it. But if you really want to fucking go to war type of system, like fucking end of days type of shit, you get your shit milled for an aim point. Like, you know, because those things can take more abuse than the RMR. You know, that's what most people say. So, yeah, there's some definitely negatives of all the shit, but like when it's raining, the water, you know, if it's fucking really wet raining out, like I don't know how that would affect it. Piping your fucking glass, you know what I mean? Like, and somebody had a good point about it. I don't know who the fuck it was. It was, I think it's a new video put up by that guy Bill Blowers from the SWAT guy from primary and secondary. He's like, yeah, dude, like what I get asked a lot, like when should you start carrying your RMR gun for duty for these like cops and SWAT guys? And it's something I didn't even think about. If I fuck up my draw and it has to be perfect, to press out underneath my eye and all that shit, and I don't lose the dot the whole presentation. Saying when you get good enough where you can do that shit with your left hand, you know, and not lose the dot, then it's time. Then you can carry that shit on duty. So I'm like, whoa, I didn't even think of that. If I had to use it with my left hand and had to present it out, I'd lose the dot every fucking time. There's no doubt about it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, that's
Forget
what I
it.
was thinking. I don't know. I also
Yeah.
don't want to. I haven't mastered my irons with my left hand or my right hand.
Oh, right,
Both
exactly, yeah. No, for sure. I can't shoot bowls at fucking whatever. I can't do that shit with left hand. I'm just talking about presentation, like left-handed. Yeah, I got to practice that shit more. Yeah, for sure. Or just switching to your left hand and like, it's weird.
Yeah, that's why I'm
But yeah, well,
sticking
the first few days I got it, I was pissed. I was like, this is horrible. You know, and then the more I practice with it, not a lot of practice, just fucking around. Like I'm like, okay, this is cool. And with two hand and a nice draw, I can't. You know, really, it's hard for me to lose a dot. But like one-handed, yeah, it sucks. And like Sheriff of Baghdad said, it's like it's not going to make you faster within 10 yards. It's slowing you down. There's not, you know, unless you're a total fucking like gamer guy who's like doing an hour and a half worth of dry practice every day. You know, draw presentations and dry practice every day. If those guys, they're fucking nice, dude. Like they're robots.
10 yards when you just like, if they're close, default to the iron sights.
Yeah, within 10, and you had to draw, you're probably not going to see your fucking dot. You're going to just fill up the TV screen with meat.
Yeah.
You know, fill it up with meat. Fill it up with someone's jacket, start spraying. But, you know, you'll probably hit them. But it's like, damn, that's not the point. So why I practice shooting. It's like I want to try to see my front. I'm practicing to see my front sight. I know everyone's like, you're never going to see it. You're probably right. I'm just practicing to see it. I'll see it. But like, I know I'm not going to. I would bet money I'm not going to see it with the dot. I don't think it matters what MOA it is either, like 3.25 or 6. It's just there's crazy parallax things too. Like, I saw an old Gabe Suarez video. It's still on there on YouTube. and he's showing a student how to use the dot. That guy was an early guy with the dot. And if you say you're shooting at a bullseye and you have the dot right on the bullseye, you can move your head and like the dot up until the right corner of the screen, and it's still on the bullseye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could just shoot it like all day long. It doesn't have to be in the center of the screen. It just has to be on top of the target. Must take so long to get used to it, because in your mind you're thinking it's not right. It should be in the center. It doesn't have to be in the center. It can be in the top left, top bottom, whatever. I mean, the bottom, top right, doesn't matter. As long as it's on what you want to hit, it'll hit it. But it's just weird.
Like the rifle sights, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's harder to move the dot around with rifle because you're shouldering it, and it's like
you
can kind of do it with your head, but
stabilization with a rifle.
It's extreme with the fucking pistol. Yeah, I think in the future they'll have something better than the RMR that could take the abuse. Or really, the Baylor looks cool. The fucking Duick Defense looks cool. The ALG 6-second mount looks pretty fucking badass. You know what I mean? For a home defense system, the fucking thing isn't moving, so the dot will never break.
Yeah.
What else is there? That's about it. It's sweet, but it's not necessary.
You didn't sell yours yet?
Unless your eye, like your eyes, like when do you absolutely need the red dot? When you can't see your sights anymore. Like when your vision is that bad. Like for me, it'll probably be within the next 10 years. Like where my sights are like fucking way out blurry. You know what I mean? Like even if at full extension, you can't see your shit. Then you get the dot because you look past the dot, and your vision up close is going bad because we're getting older. And then, but you have no problem seeing 10, 20 feet in front of you, right? So that's how the dot works, is that's the best part about the red dot to me, is the fucking fact that you can just be focused on the threat.
Yeah.
The whole
I mean, that's
time.
kind of the point. That's what I like about it. I just
That's the best part about it.
think it's, yeah.
Because, I tell people when I tell people front sight focus for the first time, they look at you crazy, right? And shit. He's like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, dude, do it. Just do it. I know it doesn't make sense to you. You want to look at the target. And he's a photographer, so he knows all about like focal planes and weird, like how your eyes work and stuff. Trust me. You want your front sight crispy and the target slightly fuzzy. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how you should do it. And dude, as soon as he did that, his shooting got way, way better. And it's just almost impossible to do in a panic. Right? When someone's really trying to fucking take you out. So I'm sure it's not pleasant. So that's why the red dot is gaining popularity, probably even with the government. I could see like they tried to, maybe like the new SIG for the Army.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put a fucking red dot on there or something like that, eventually, because it's easier to train people.
Put a Romeo on there.
Dude, it's fucking approved for FBI. Did you see that? It's like the official FBI red dot. Something's weird going on.
RRD.
It's a fucking Holosun, dude. Dude, it's a everyone who's getting the Holosuns love them. Like all the cool guy trainers and shit.
Is there?
And they're not getting paid. They're saying they're not getting paid.
I seen a Holosun RMR type thing, but it was like a rounded hood. It looked weird. Is that what the FBI got? But it says SIG on it.
Yeah. Yep. No. The FBI is like the rifle shit. The thing that looks like a fucking ACOG practically.
Yeah. I think they got like their own design if Holosun is making them.
Well,
Holosuns looks like like an airplane hangar on the top of your gun.
The Holosun that I had looked exactly like a fucking T1, right? Now that thing, you could get a fucking baler for $100 and something bucks. You put it through it goes onto the dovetail of the rear. It attaches to your slide plate or whatever, and it screws down. And it's supposed to be tight as fuck, and it has backup sights built into it.
Yeah.
And
I've seen
it's made for either an arm or a aim point, right? You could put a Holosun on there because it's the way the Holosun. That's one smart thing they did is like the bottom of it is exactly like an aim point, so it fits. And you could put a Holosun on there and just rock it for a while to see if you like it, and then if you like it, you could sell the baler, sell that thing, send it off to get milled, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, that guy Kyle DeFore was saying, I was in class, like, the thing about the RMR, why you're losing the dot is because it's a screen. It's like a square screen, and there's nothing in the front. There's nothing in the back. He's like, I'm telling you, man, when I train people with the aim point, with the T1 on the pistol, like it's way better because something about looking through a tube, he said, it's like, it's harder to lose the dot.
Yeah.
So if someone's running at you with a knife or an axe or some shit, and you drew and you press out with that tube or something, like it's harder to fucking fuck it up. You know, I don't know. That makes kind of made sense to me. So
it's probably
he's not the only one.
Easier for your eyes to look through the circle than it is to look through a square and a dot.
Right, and that square is just one piece of glass. The laser is behind it in the aluminum beaming into that thing. Where like God knows how fucking aim point's magic, but you know what I mean? It's two pieces of glass, it's a fucking tube.
You have a
Something
MRO on one of your rifles?
Yeah.
Try holding it like a handgun and looking through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably what it feels like.
Yeah.
I got one of them B5 stocks.
Yeah, I like mine.
I like it.
Yeah, I like mine a lot. It was just loose. It was more like rattly than.
It's not rattly, but it slides back and forth real nice and easy. And I was getting kind of sick of that fucking. The minimalist one is like super tight.
Oh yeah.
You can barely adjust it. It's like too much effort. But that B5 one's like effortless. And the cheek weld's better. It's heavier though.
So hopefully by the time my eyes go bad, there'll be something better than the RMR. You saw the aim point RMR in Europe for like a Swiss gun, military contract.
Yeah, it's kind of weird looking. It looked like
it looks too big.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking one of them old Pac-Man video games.
Oh yeah.
One of those old
it does. It almost looks like that fucking Mickey Hartman thing. The Attack Daddy Israeli, the Meprolite thing.
I never see anybody with an EOTech one. So I don't know if they're any good or not.
Oh yeah. Who I looked at Overwatch. Overwatch has that where they're doing their own thing with ATI, and it looks cool, man.
Yeah.
Like the little design.
Starts at 1200.
Yeah, I wonder if you could send your slide to ATI and go. You see how? Because it's totally different. Just the way the design is on the
front of the slide. Down.
Looks more like the way that Frank Proctor guy's doing it.
They turn it into an XT slide, basically.
Yep. And say, hey, Terracotta. I'm not doing that.
But that dude, Cordite on Instagram, sent that gun off like a week ago, 2 weeks ago or something. I got it back. It's all fucking crazy milk dots on there.
That's the other thing. If you read the specs on the 1719Ms, due to contract or whatever, like, that has new, more durable finish. Yo, you're attached. You just go back to the finish, man. Yeah, my 43 looks like shit. And it's like pretty, you know.
Yeah. Let's give it a
Hey,
character. Mine's got a little character.
Hannah's fucking goddamn.
I don't know what happened to the top of it near the rear sight, but there's like a little scratch that goes along the top. Looks like someone tried
I
to
fucked
draw
up my slide pretty bad. Yeah, my slide pusher had a little mar on there, an adapter for the 43. So
Yeah.
it's like $10. So I got the adapter. And then when I put the adapter on for the 43, it pushed the slide up a little tiny bit higher. The marred part of the pusher, like, just fucking drug its way over across the slide and shit. Layer took a layer right the fuck, dude. Scratches. It was like top mic level. So looks like shit.
You're breaking up. Yeah. I'd hate to send a slide off.
Yeah.
43 slide. I don't know if I want to ever make it my main carry again.
You're breaking up. There's a mirror. You.
I think we were both breaking up.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Breaking up is hard to do. Yeah, man. What was I gonna say about the the RMR? Oh yeah, so that newbie guy, he must be on Instagram and shit. So he wants one, and I'm like, dude, you like you really can't shoot. So you suck so bad right now, dude. Like, I can't imagine how the RMR is gonna help you at all, and like, you're really gonna suck. You know what I mean? So, I didn't say that to him, but I was like, I'm not sure you're gonna see any benefit.
How hard is it to change the shoe on the Glock trigger bar?
That I'm not sure. I'm sure you just gotta drive that pin out. It's just a roll pin. There is a roll pin on a Glock. It's on the fucking trigger. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it's not a roll pin. It's like it's a smaller pin. It's a smaller, like, solid pin.
Yeah, but it's a pin.
But I think
Well, because I thought, like, the ATI, not the agencies and the SSVIs and the Overwatches, their metal triggers all have a roll pin.
I'll have to watch it.
So,
because I think I just want to buy the shoe for my one Glock because I don't want to change the bar.
I don't even know why you would, because the shoe itself is like almost the same price as the whole fucking trigger, dude. I just saw it. Doesn't make any sense, but it's like the shoe is 120 and the trigger bar is like $10.
The trigger bar on my FDE gun, I think, is one of the reasons why my trigger is so good on that gun.
Oh yeah,
that's what engages the striker, right?
Yeah, they're all different, dude. I just bought
That's what I mean. I want to keep the bar, but change the shoe.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why. Otherwise, I would just buy the whole thing.
Yeah, Ralph was telling me that shit. I kind of already knew, but I didn't know firsthand. Like, I bought smooth face triggers for my 19s, and some of them, everything's different. Like, you know what I mean? So one works better than the other one. You swap them. Okay, this works better in this one.
Yeah.
It's fucking strange, but I've come to, like, one of them with the minus connector, it just felt too light. So the other one with the minus connector feels just right. Fucking, it's weird. So I put the regular stock connector in, and now that one feels like it's a minus connector. Yeah, it's just every gun is different. Every bar is different. sucks too. But
Yep.
I kind of want an Overwatch trigger though, like a DAT
been looking at
or the Falx or whatever it's called.
Kind of looking at that one, but it's starting to look like a stock one, just made of metal.
Yeah. Better feel good. It's smooth. That's kind of when I liked it. It's like it's smooth. I just went and bought a stock smooth trigger, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't. Yeah, yeah. The DAT's the flat one, right?
Yeah. I just think flat equals a more consistent trigger pull, no matter, like it'll absorb some user error more than other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels so weird in the beginning, but you'll get used to it, I guess.
Because the PPQ is at least flat faced. It's not flat trigger, but it's got a flat face. And that's comfortable and accurate. The only thing wrong with that is its bore axis.
Snappy, right? That new Beretta looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the CZ looks great. Oh, you mother effer. The pre-orders are out there, like 4 something.
Yeah, I'm on a list to get one of the CZs.
Yeah,
from a
instead of
local
a third
shop.
19.
I have a third.
You have a third 19?
I have 3
You're
19s.
fucked. You're fucked.
I got 1 Gen 4 and 2 Gen 3s.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to sell my RMR gun.
I think I'm giving my Gen 4 to my girl, though. I'm going to try to brainwash her into liking Glock.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
She
My
wants
girlfriend's pretty smart. I gave
She
her-
wants her old Beretta PX4 that she sold back, and I was like, no, I don't.
I had to start off with like gun safety, and I had to start from the beginning, like 4 or 5 years ago. And like I told her, well, I had to explain everything because that made her really feel safe. Like, I'm not safe, but like the more she understood about how the gun worked, it made her feel more comfortable. Like, so the firing pin block, and this is how, she thought guns could just go off by themselves and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
But when I showed her like with the Glock, how you see how this triggers to the rear, like, so you have to check anyway, but in your mind you can kind of at least go, okay, that's a clue. Like if the trigger's to the rear, that it's most likely it's unchambered, but you still have to check it, right? So I gave her the LCP, and it totally tripped her out that the trigger didn't stay to the rear. She's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't like it. The trigger doesn't stay to the rear after I clear it, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. It's kind of like a cool feature,
Yeah. That's how I know when people take pictures of their carry gun, their triggers to the rear. I'm like,
Yeah.
you only got one in the chamber.
Yeah, well, you cleared it for your photos, man.
Like, put a fucking round in your chamber.
Yeah, take a photo with the gun with the round in the chamber. Stop being a fucking pussy. That's when like I'm like real lazy. You take a picture of a gun with a round in the chamber.
I always have to retake pictures when the trigger's back. I'm like, shit.
I just saw like a cool post from this dude, Claude Warner. Claude Warner. He's like a old army guy or whatever, but used to be an instructor. He's like an IDPA champion and shit. Superman guy. He hosted my that when he brought Masada Ayub to Atlanta. But he's on Facebook, and he had a post like how I often get asked by students and other people, like, how do I know when it's time to throw away a round that's been chambered too many times? So he's like, I take a Sharpie. It was like a little pen, and I put 1 dash like on the back of the case near the primer. I mark it, and when then I mark it for every time it's been in the chamber. Once it has 4 lines, it looks like a cross on top of the primer. You know, he doesn't mark the primer, but he's like 4 times, and I throw it away. So I'll put it to the bottom. So like he can, and I'm like, oh man, that makes sense because I get sketched out every time. Like I chamber around once or twice, and I want to throw it away. It seems wasteful, man. Like I'm sure it's not going to blow up.
Yeah, like I have a bunch of. I don't like throw them away either, so I just put them back in a tray. So I have a couple of trays that have like ones I thought I might have chambered too many times, but they don't look any like I'll measure them up against, just like sit them down next to a brand new one, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna blow it. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he said 4. You know, 4 is a good number. That almost sounds too many.
But yeah, it's probably about the most one of them has.
Yeah.
Not like that's why I bought extra guns, so I can mess with the unloaded ones and have a loaded one.
That's why I bought extra fucking gold dimes and shit. Did I tell you about that guy? Those guys, Bone Frog Club. Dude, it's like they're giving them away. Dude. They're literally, it's like free ammo, man. Bone Frog Gun Club. Google that shit. Bone Frog Gun Club, right? Has 50 round boxes of HST when they're on sale for $20, $21. It's cheaper than anything I've ever seen.
I'm gonna buy like $80 worth.
I bought I should buy another because I mean that kind of takes the anxiety off of me because I do fucking chamber rounds a lot and unchamber them and I stick them to the bottom. Like usually after once or twice I put them to the bottom of the mag, but then shit, dude, I got mags that have been loaded now since the Romney election, since Romney Obama, right? What was it, 5 years ago? 4 years ago? And I'm starting to think, man, I know what people say, and they, oh, don't worry about it. There's mags loaded since Vietnam that work and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I don't need all these fucking mags loaded, do I? Like, a shit ton. I got like 20 or 30 Glock 19 mags loaded.
I need more 17 mags. I only have the 2 that came on my 34.
Yeah, there was a sweet deal on Midway, and I missed out on.
I missed out on one too. Clay had it. It was a site I never heard of, but it was $179 for 10 mags or something, or 20. I forget how much it was. Yeah, 10 mags for $179. So you were basically getting them for under 20.
Yeah. Waiting for somebody to be like, we have a new gun. It's like the CZ. It goes in Glock mags. I mean, goes in Glock holsters, and it takes Glock mags.
Yeah,
and it takes.
That's what
Glock
they should have done.
And,
Everybody knows.
And it is.
Somebody else should make a handgun, and Glock should license out their not to just anybody, but they should license out their magazine.
I don't think they'd have a problem with it because, like, look, the Keltec fucking does it. Hey. Fucking dogs humping.
People would just buy more of their magazines.
Exactly. I don't think they'd have a problem with it because they don't have a problem with Keltec. Stop it now. So my girlfriend's dog just humps his bed, and then he's like, when he's done with that, guess what he does? He busts a nut in the living room, right on the floor. Jump fucking kick. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stop it now.
Gen 5.
Gen 5s, dude. April. Can't wait. Flared mag, rounded, blah, 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 2-pin, blah, blah, blah.
It's going to be exactly like the end.
I like what Panone said about his CZ, which kind of like makes me wonder. He's like, no need for a KKM barrel or something. Like, is that true? Like, is it that
I
good?
think it might be because You see how big and thick that barrel was? Plus,
Yeah.
all the CZ
Well, it's really the
barrels.
lockup, dude. What
Cold
you're
hammer.
gonna see when you put your KKM barrel in your Glock, right? The first thing you're gonna notice is how hard it is to open the slide, and that's it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of it. That lockup is extreme. So, and then I'm sure the rifling and all that shit, the chamber is precision made and all that stuff, but it's the lockup. That thing is tight. But yeah, I definitely noticed a fucking difference, man. I almost want a second one, but like I don't need one because it takes forever to shoot those out, like 20 or 30,000 rounds, I think, or more maybe. That dude before in the class was like, "Yeah, it's a little better." He's like, "But I would tell all you guys, save your money and shoot the fucking Glock barrel out." He's like, because he was like, I usually shoot my Glock barrels out at like 30,000 or something, 40,000, 30 or something like 20 or 30, whatever. He's like, then when it's time to replace it, just get a KKM. But don't buy a brand new one and get a KKM. It's like, he's like, it's a waste of money. Meanwhile, I'm like, really? Because I'm looking at my groups, man. Fuck, this ain't a waste of money. This is working, bro.
Yeah, I'm buying one.
It's all, like fantasy football.
I'm getting tin coated.
Yeah, when some fucking, some meth head kicks in your door, they're not going to care what you hit them with. But for that fantasy football, yeah, that fantasy band camp, son. I had like this, like, oh shit, it's like some terrorists getting out of a Suburban across the street with AKs, like getting busy. I'm gonna be like, I have my KKM barrel. I see like people have blacklist barrels for their 43, and that's the fucking biggest joke to me. Like, that's a joke. Like,
I don't understand the slide cuts, the lightning cuts on a 43.
It's so gay, dude. That is pure bullshit, dude. Yeah. That's pure bullshit.
I wouldn't want to make it any lighter than it already is. It's
How
perfect.
the fuck could you? I could never shoot that gun as well as any gun, period. So putting a blacklist barrel in there for what?
They make the grip smaller when they slip.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's like holding a fucking popsicle stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a joke. That is a fucking joke. And they have fibers on it, and fucking, dude, this thing doesn't even need sights, man. I can fucking index it off the fucking ridge of the slide, like the round part of the corner of the slide. But yeah, I've seen it all. I saw today some guy on YouTube. He has like fucking Trijicon HDs. He has like some sort of weird camo pattern, grip reduction, blacklist gold tin barrel with it's threaded too. Like he's gonna put a fucking suppressor on there, and he's got this Hive shit all over, like Hive mag extension, Hive mag release, and a fucking like over some crazy trigger in that bitch too. Dude, it's a 43. Like, I don't feel comfortable shooting this shit past like 20 feet. Like maybe 25 feet to me is like the max on this bitch.
I was gonna try mine at 25 yards next time at the range.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it next time too. I'll do it. It's gonna be a shit show, but I'll try it.
I'll do 7 rounds. Or 8,
yeah,
9. I can do 9.
Do 10. Do 5 and then 5, and then we'll do it to the 100. See what the score is.
All right.
I'm sure I'm gonna get a 20, dude. If that.
I hope mine are on straight.
Yeah, take your fucking time, man. Even then, I noticed that. Yeah, I mean, like, hung out with this guy like more than once. It's like, and I'm like, dude, you see this gun? Or I was like, shoot it. We're shooting the 43, and I'm like, you really? This is something I know. It's like, you really got to finger fuck this gun. And he started cracking the fuck up, dude. I was like, you really need to finger fuck this thing. You see my finger? Like, it's all the way. It's the fucking past my big knuckle. Like, you know what I mean? So,
It's a squeezer.
That's the only way I can shoot it. Like, I have to shove my finger all the way in the fucking trigger guard. All that tip of the finger shit and stuff, the pad, nope.
Yeah, that's how I was with the 42.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have to shove your finger all the way in?
Yeah, to get a semi-accurate shot that wasn't to the left consistently.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll remember that if I'm ever attacked.
But I think this rear, I don't think the guy pressed it on as much as he should have. Fucker.
Oh, dude, you can fuck.
Instead, it was
you
a
can
pain in
just-
the ass, too. Like,
Which one is this? The Ameriglo?
Yeah.
Dude, just text me your fucking address. I mean, just text me. I'll send you my address. Send me your fucking slide, like in a priority. You know, I know my other friend was like, "Oh, you can't do that. It's what if I lose it?" I've never lost anything with priority mail. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's like what, second day, and I'll get it back to you. Like, or just buy that fucking tool, man.
Yeah, I'm
You're gonna
buying
be
this
so
now.
happy, dude.
I'm buying the site.
You'll be so happy because the Ameriglos, they don't even require any filing, dude. You know, like Warren Tacticals and all these things, you have to get a diamond triangle file and file and file. I hadn't had to file these things lately. But all the Ameriglos gone so easy. And I even put one in backwards. I was drunk as off my ass, man. I fucking put it in backwards. I had to take it off, put it back. So, real fucking easy, dude. No filing required. The fucking the Terrans too. Maybe I had to file just a tiny, tiny bit. Yeah. I would get the Terrans for your game gun. I just fucking traded my stepdad, so I got a Glock 21.
What happened? You traded.
He had a Glock 21. He wanted to trade for a fucking 17. So
Oh,
his hands, arthritis or whatever the fuck. So I just put the Ameriglos on there, but I was thinking about, I should have just got the Terrans. It's a Gen 3 21. I bought a used holster off eBay. It's like $30 for a Comtac. A good one. Whatever they're like, they're inside the waistband Infidel or something. I forgot what it's called. It was like $60, brand new, but I got it on eBay. So now I can dream about carrying a 21 in my dream.
I don't know why they haven't made a 21 with like a 41 slim slide.
They might. Gen 5, right?
Yeah, I guess Gen 5 would
Everything's going to be Gen 5. I'm waiting. Like, if they announce this at NRA, and then they're like, by the way, Gen 3s are discontinued. I'm rich. The guy at the jackpot. Everyone's going to want Gen 3s. They'll have a panic attack.
I'll at least have 3 Gen 3s.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. How long are they going to make 3? If they're really going to do it, like, are they going to make 3 gens at once?
Unless they.
I'm kind of shocked they made the Gen 3 this
expanding.
long. They made the Gen 3 this long. That's surprising.
They should come out with their Glock rifle already.
Oh man, everyone's sweating the fucking M&P so bad too. The new one. Agency just did one and got it to that guy Paul Van Dunk.
Dude, I would
What's-
buy one.
Oh, they're sweet. I mean, they're cool.
But the 5-inch that I want only comes in that safety version. Stupid.
Okay.
My local shop has them for $450. No matter what color, what size you get.
I like the stippling, man. It's aggressive. I like how it's got like a metal reinforced frame, so it doesn't pig nose and it like doesn't affect reliability with light on there or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see a pig nose, but if you watch Yankees video on it, he said
Yeah.
it still has it.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Oh,
But he didn't buy one. He was just like pointing
Oh.
out a picture,
yeah.
and I didn't see no fucking pig.
The trigger was still shit though. It was a little bit better. It was better a little bit, and you could hear the click on the reset, but it was still no good. But the
Yeah.
price is right, dude. I think it was like $430.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That price
I
is
didn't think
right.
they were gonna come out. I didn't think they were gonna like come out so cheap.
Yeah, they got to take back market share, man. I'm sure they will. I'm sure new departments will be like, hey, we'll give you a second shot. When I first moved down here, like fucking 9 years ago, Atlanta police just switched to M&P 40s, and as soon as the Gen 4s came out, like 3 years later, they dumped it and got Gen 4s. Yeah, the price is fucking right. And the CZ shit is good that I could, use all my holsters, which I have a shit ton. If I decide that one day. Get that CZ. It's as good as they say it is.
Well, I hope I get the flat dark earth one because it has comes with the night size.
I hope someone buys my shield. I had to sell it for like $70 fucking dollars, dude. Like, no one wants it. I don't even know really why I'm selling it. I'm selling it because I really want a second 43.
Jaeger did a
That's
mechanic video today. Did you see
Oh
it?
god. Nah, I mean he just dumped on my timeline. Did you see that shit? Like he was like 10 fucking videos just jumped up on my timeline, all old ones too. Really strange. Like they took them down and re-edited them or something.
Weird.
Yeah, but what was this mechanic shit about? How awesome it is?
Yeah.
I bet. I'll take an M&P 2.0 over that fucker every day of the week. And they're almost the same price, right? Like I'm seeing M&P 2.0s for like fucking $430, right?
Yep. And that
What am I
thing's like that thing's like $525 or $550, as he said.
Oh, because that's the elite, right? Ported.
It's got it might have been ported. I know it had holes in the slide, but it has the plates for the RMR and a fiber optic front sight or Dawson Precision, maybe.
Nice.
But yeah, it's still a Canic, and it's like a long slide.
And it's still a piece of shit. I'm sure inside, like the milling, all the work looks like shit. I could have swore someone said this one's made in America. Is it true?
I don't know, but I know they set up in America to make compacts.
Oh, okay. So maybe this one is. Who knows?
Could be.
Even when they're made here, they're gonna be like shit.
Yeah, because they're just gonna like send over a bunch of Turkish workers.
Because they know no one cares. No one cares anymore. I'm just saying, I don't know. Fuck Canic, dude. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've never seen a Canic like holster. Like online, man. Like NSRs. Go to big ass gun shops and shit. They don't fucking make fucking Canic. I guess it could fit in a PPQ holster if you tried hard.
It's basically a clone of the Walther X5 or Q5 X5. Yeah, the Walther Q5. That's like the race long slide race gun.
Yeah.
PPQ.
Mr. Guns and Gear had put up a video, right? And I said, wow, that's a really cool PPQ. Because it looks just like the PPQ M5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It's fucking retarded.
Well, look, clocks suck. That's why you gotta get a fucking Overwatch precision and a fucking K-cam and stippling. Canic, all you need to do is just buy this shit. Carry it. You're good.
I don't think I'll ever get stippling on my.
I fucking hate the stippling I did looks great and it kind of feels cool, but fucking 9 years of fucking with those things, like it feels weird. It doesn't feel right. It feels too thin. And it feels like it's trying to like jump out of my hand, you know?
Yeah, no, I just like the RTF too, so I'll keep that.
Oh, I really like that. I really do like those. I was so tempted to be like, how much is this? That Vickers?
Place near me still has them. 19s and 17s.
Yeah, they're 6 something, right? 650 or something. 6.
If they're not still on sale, then they're like $625 or something.
Demon dog. Well, you're bad. You're bad dog.
They put a post up like a week ago that said they were still on special, $5.99.
Yeah. I should try to stipple one myself. Just leave the finger grooves. Just do like some stippling.
Reshaping.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be reshaped.
Just like
Solder iron, right?
the inside, reduce the inside of the trigger guard so you can shoot with gloves in the winter.
No, that's one thing I do like is the undercut. The trigger undercut. That makes a shit ton of sense.
Does the Gen 5 have an undercut already in it?
Not like the not
Not
like
like
it
you
should.
could do customized. Right.
Has that mag well, dude.
I figure I could do that myself at some point.
Yeah, actually, the Gen 4 I had, I should never got rid of. That's almost perfection. The texture on the Gen 4 is good enough, and it doesn't bother you when you're carrying it. And the new CZ looks like it sort of has that texture, right?
Yeah.
4.
Look like it stole it right from Glock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my fucking car AC broke. It's been one bad thing after another. So, shit has to go. Shit, everything's going, man. I'm selling everything. Just going to buy one Canic, 10 mags, and a Canic. NSR Tactical Canic Jaeger Special. That's it. And 12 gauge.
If the trigger on the P10C is between the PPQ and the Glock, then I'll carry it.
Oh, yeah. It looks just like an Apex, too. I'm sure they're pissed. Like, that's our design.
It looks like it's ridged, though. Like a fucking Glock.
Might be for import. Import reasons.
I'll be making triggers for it. You'll have to drive out like 2 roll pins. Change it.
You know, like melt it. Like grip force adapters that I use. I have to like fucking hot, crazy glue that shit to my frame so I don't have to fucking keep fucking with it. These people actually do that. It's in the instructions, like how to epoxy that thing to your gun.
Yeah. They do that at Terran Tactical.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I
They,
think so.
they epoxy the Gen 4 factories to it, or they epoxy the grip force?
The Gen 4 Beaver Tail, I think.
You ever see like when certain people like they do a stipple, they'll fucking, it looks like they permanently attached it, and then they stippled it. You can't see where the line is.
And those people that make the back end of the Glock like super flat,
Mm-hmm.
like a 1911, like it's supposed to change the fucking grip angle or something of your fingers. It's not gonna. They fill that butt plug up with epoxy and let it
Yeah,
dry,
that's how it started.
shave it down.
That guy David Bowie, who he started that shit a long time ago.
I don't like that.
And
That's
in
why I
order to
don't
do the
like
grip
that
reduction correctly, that's what he would do. He would fill it up with epoxy and then make it solid and then just fucking
Well,
shape it.
I'm sure that's the only way you could do it, but I
No, there's idiots that weren't doing it, and it was like compromising the entire structure, whatever the fuck, whatever the integrity. But he just fucked that guy again. He didn't fuck him, but Guns of August, like sent him his gun, and he was jerking him around. I feel bad because I recommended the guy. It took forever. It took like 6 months. You know what I mean? And it was supposed to take like 3 to 4. It took like forever, and then he fucked up. He fucked up the order. He did the trigger different than he requested it. And
that sucks.
but either way, he can get on Gunbroker right now, put Bowie Tactical Concept, Glock, and sell that shit. No wait, and just get your money back at least. Maybe even make $100 for the wait.
Yeah. Get it instantly.
And that's why I know like ATEI, you'll never lose money on that bitch ever. Like, some other shit, perhaps. Because the name recognition's not there.
Safe travels. Have fun.
The greatest after work party ever just ended. This bar across the street.
I wonder how much that CMC Glock trigger is going to be.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool. It's gonna be at least $150. Well, the one thing I learned about the agency things were when I was reading the forums a lot after I bought mine and it was doing that delayed thing.
Yeah.
Was they're not good for buying like the drop in. When you buy an agency gun or whatever, they fucking hand fit it. Somehow, like they figured it out. But I've heard like horrible stories of the shit, like their guns going off, dude, on forums and Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, that's what's good about the Overwatch. I guess they say it doesn't interfere with any of the safeties. Or some of them would take up so much of the take-up to like the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the gun would go off.
I knew something was up the first time I tried the SSVI. Like to put it in, you have to use so much pressure to pop it in place because it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's definitely out of spec. I'm sure you'll get a Gen 5. I'm positive. Okay, my dog's gonna bark, dude.
On a Gen 519.
What floor are you going to?
The 13th floor. Get a Gen 519. What else would I get?
17.
A 26, actually. Gen 5 26 sounds good.
I think that, yeah, we'll see what that's about. Did you see the photo of the recoil springs versus the Gen 4s? They're different. So they're longer. So like the 19 and the 17 versus the Gen 4s, the recoil springs on the new ones are really long. Longer, so there's no interchangeability, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, just a little longer.
Yeah, they're just enough longer to, you could tell visually, like just by looking at it. And then,
That's
yeah,
weird.
not going to work. So that sucks. On another note, I saw a 320 detail strip. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that looks like fun. It's pretty easy to field strip it, but to actually get into the frame part and then the firing assembly looks like a fucking nightmare of springs and doodads. You know what I mean? Like, really weird.
I heard Glock had a special Glock that nobody's ever seen before for the Army.
I'm
With a
sure.
modular system.
I bet they did. It's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I'm sure they did. MMPs are like that now. They're practically like that. And the 320 kind of did it, so they can just copy those guys. And that's only just so you can have a fucking serial number pop out
Yeah.
and put that into a different frame.
I don't see why the Army couldn't just have like a 17, 19, and 26 and then pick whatever gun was right for the mission.
I was reading some fucking article. It was actually like one of these fucking SEALs, man. It wasn't, maybe it wasn't, whoever the fuck it was. Did you know SEALs are like issued fucking Walther PPSs for concealed carry?
No,
Like when they're fucking super undercover.
it's crazy.
Yeah. And like, I guess they've been using 19s for the longest.
PPS
Right, but
M2.
no, the older ones, the older Walthers.
Yeah.
PPS. And then I guess they were using 19s for the longest, but it wasn't like an NSN number or something like that. So now they have the government number or whatever, the SEALs have that fucking thing. But now I think they're in the process of buying 43s too. So they can get rid of their PPSs. Here, just get fucking 17s, 19s. You're done. It would have been a lot easier. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong. I'm sure there's nothing really wrong with the SIG. I was watching Sheriff of Baghdad on Friday. He's like, man, let me tell you, show me why it's better than the Beretta. Like, I don't think it's even better than that. And I don't trust them. I don't trust it. He's like, I've been a part of those selection processes on programs like that. Maybe he was involved with like the SCAR or something like that. He's like, it's a complete fiasco every time. And just get him Glocks. Get him Glocks. He has a saying, I'm not sure if he's right about it, but he's like, 80% of all firearms sold are Glocks. He says that shit all the time. Like, so are you really telling me like is it that hard? Like, and I'm sure we could look it up, but 80% of all pistols are Glock.
That sounds
So-
crazy.
Sounds about right. You know what I mean? I bet you it is, man. So It's, I bet, worldwide, maybe. Right now, brand new gun, brand new semi-automatic
And
pistol.
like just law enforcement, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sure. Yeah, that too. Well, you'd have to include them of all pistols sold in the world. If they take up 80% of it, I wouldn't be shocked if that was correct. Because you're right, like 80% of USA law enforcement, and overseas, like they have that shit. Armies have that shit.
Yeah.
Was it the British Army just had picked it to replace the high power a few years ago?
Yep.
Anyway, it's just he might be off, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. So he was like, it's not. It's like a no-brainer. Just fucking do it. And then thumb safety. That's easy to do. Come on, get a carrot. Come on.
Yeah, I seen the picture of the newer one for I forget what country it was.
I had a Glock that had the fucking. I don't have it anymore. It was a crossbolt safety.
Yeah, I seen that.
And one of my Glocks that I had the line for it. Like you could see it in the frame, just this little line, exactly where the crossbolt would go, like above the magazine cap. And it's exactly. I think it was like down south, like South America somewhere, Venezuela, some fucking place. Shit, homie. I'm about to go get some food across the street. It's never enough ammo tonight. I'm not even gonna listen to that shit because I'm sure he's gonna spoil Logan.
Moon's not in my lobby anymore. Okay. Now the lobby will be rebroadcasting the Daily Show. Anyways, you were talking about the like how more and more movies are getting stuff more accurate. I think part of the thing with Hollywood is they all like copy off each other and stuff. So like when you get some type of like cliche, you know, back in the day it used to be if you got shot, you went flying backwards through a window and all that kind of stuff. And so it's like directors or writers or whoever would just do whatever other movies did. Because they're like, well, this must be what gunfights look like. And so as soon as you got the first few that did it the right way, then you started like all the other people are like, oh, this is how it's supposed to look. So then they just copy that. So I think
Who
that's
was the
part of
one
it.
Who was the one that did it? Who was credited for doing it the right way first? We talked about him before.
I'm gonna assume you're talking about Milius, but
No.
Oh,
For that.
I don't know.
Guy who did Wild Bunch?
Peckinpah, Sam Peckinpah.
Sam Peckinpah, yeah. Yeah, which blew people literally, figuratively, and literally blew people away when that movie came out. It almost got an X rating, I believe, at the time.
And we can't disregard the best movie ever made with the first PG-13, and that was Minions.
Right.
All right, so we've successfully taken Jack Reacher and brought it to Good Red Dawn. So
That's a win.
That is.
well,
And we're definitely we added that to entertainment, right? We are gonna talk more about that in the future.
yeah, we've been talking about Jack Reacher, the movie, because we get a movie every day. But yeah, we talked about gunplay in movies and when it started to become more realistic, or when they started paying attention to detail as far as handling and manipulation and whatnot. And we're going to talk about that in a future show. I'm broadcasting live on Instagram right now, so anybody that's watching on Instagram, you can head over to gunchannels.com and to gunchannels.com/dailygunshow and join us. We broadcast live every day at this time, and we're in the midst of our show, so just taking a quick intermission there.
And anyone, as long as you're doing that, anyone watching the lobby, you're listening to the Daily Gun Show. I just unmuted my headset and I'm holding my phone near it.
I feel like I should broadcast on Facebook also. We can have it like on 5 different places.
I'm just curious what Z broadcasting this on. Where are you spreading it, sir?
The Coconut Wireless.
Oh, there you go.
I'll allow it.
But we didn't do thumbs up. Are we all giving it 2 thumbs up?
Definitely. I mean, I have to admit that, like Collateral, like it was a movie that I'm like, oh, it's Tom Cruise. I don't want to see it because it's just Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise. So I heard enough people tell me how great it was, and then I watched it, and I have to agree, it's pretty awesome, actually. Tom Cruise aside, it's actually a pretty good movie.
I'm gonna say I'll give it a thumbs up. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing. I think I caught it on TV. Oh shit!
So
I give the movie a thumbs up after my big long explanation that I was muted. So, anyways, yes, healthy tip. Yeah. Well, as I explained, if you were listening from the lobby point of view, I don't think I saw the whole thing. I was one of them I caught on TV, and like I've seen most of it, and I don't really remember a lot about it. So I'm only comfortable giving it 1 thumbs up.
Scientology's coming to get you, Smeggy.
Well, that's all right. I'll call up, but that was that Leah Reimer, something, or whatever her name is. Remini. Yeah, sure. There you go. I'll call her up. She'll protect me.
all right, so then we'll
We're
talk
talking about walking.
yeah, every day we like talk about something, keep you healthy. So today we're talking about walking, and we talked about it in the past. We'll talk about it again. I think it's about your best bet for the money, right? It doesn't cost too much, doesn't hurt your body too much, and if you're going to get something, it can be productive. And if you got a dog or a little kid, bring them along, keep them healthy. And if you don't, you could join Gun Channels. A lot of us will join in on the live chats via our phones as we're walking, either for exercise or to someplace. So that's a healthy tip. Think about walking more.
Yeah, walking's nice.
And speaking of dogs and walking,
Damn it,
for
I did it
our
again.
history segment today. Found a little something. I don't really know that it was today or anything like that today, memorialized, but it was the most decorated dog of the First World War, Sergeant Stubby. So I have basically shared the link on at least YouTube and on Facebook. And then it's a little story about this little guy. And then basically it's dogs are often regarded as man's best friend. They are loyal animals. They can be very protective and can be trained to do many tasks. For this reason, they are used by the police, search and rescue operations, and the military. Dogs have been what? I hate it when it does that.
Dogs have been used in the military.
What's that?
This dog looks like a little Boston Terrier or something.
Yeah, dogs have been utilized in the Army for a long time, and some have gone to become more prestigious than others. Such is the case for Sergeant Stubby, a dog whose breed was not known, but was likely a Bull Terrier or a Boston Terrier. He served in World War I. Here, you can read it.
18 months in the war. Maybe lost C.
No, I was figuring you wanted to talk. So I was letting you talk.
Oh, I don't know anything about him. So this is an Army dog, though.
Yes.
But
He in the 102nd Infantry for the training, like in 1917, but his exact age was not known. Basically, dog ended up going to war with Conroy without knowing anyone.
I like when Z gets cranky when people interrupt him.
Dog was discovered, but Stubby.
And I am muted right now, so he didn't know that I just said that.
And was allowed to stay. Stubby spent most of his time in the trenches over the 18 months he was in the war. He fought in 17 battles and 4 offensives. His first combat experience was in February 1918, where he stayed under constant fire for several weeks. During a raid, just 2 months later, he was wounded in the leg, having been hit by a hand grenade thrown by Germans. Once he was better, he was sent back to the trenches. Stubby was valuable to his team. He was good for morale, for those injured and for those about to fight. He was a distraction in the awful mud-filled trenches of World War I. He also had a more practical purpose by helping troops in battle. Stubby saved lives, warning soldiers of gases that had been deployed by the enemy. Also by catching Germans, although not many. Let's see, where's the second page?
You just have to scroll down.
Okay, good.
It says that he would let them know about the gas coming. He would locate the wounded. He could warn of artillery. That's pretty cool. He has his, dog sense.
They made a special mask for him as well. Like special gas mask, it looks like. But yeah, locate the wounded. How awesome is that? Warn of artillery coming. Now, he says he did capture a German by the leg of his trousers. He stayed with the soldier until Allied troops turned up. Now, I don't know how that happened, but that's amazing. Nice. He says the full story is not known, but the German may have been injured. Unfortunately, towards the end of the war, he was wounded again by a grenade, this time injuring his legs and chest, but he survived. Stubby finished the war with several medals and awards and the sergeant title. It is not known if he was officially a part of the military, but nonetheless, his role in his division was important. When the dude's service in the war ended, he took Stubby back home with him, again, by hiding him, of course. Stubby's return to the U.S. was highly celebrated. His achievements during the war had been reported back in the States, probably like in movie reel films and stuff like that. Over the course of a few years, he was in various parades, met with presidents, and was a dog celebrity. Stubby became the mascot for Georgetown University, often coming out at halftime during events. Stubby lived until 1926, so dude went to war, fought in many battles, and still got hurt a couple times, blowed up by grenades and whatnot, and still lived until 1926, which was a decade after he had started serving in the military. He died peacefully in his sleep and was preserved after death. Nice. Here you go. Conroy donated him to the Smithsonian Museum in 1956. He is currently on display in the Price of Freedom exhibit. Now, to me, that's pretty huge. Since his death, Stubby has been written about in 4 books. He has a brick in the Walk of Honor in Kansas City. Children have learned of his exploits in schools. Portraits have been made of him, and an animated film is being made about him, set to release in 2018. He is often called the most decorated animal of World War I, and the celebration of him reflects that. When he died, the New York Times ran a half-page obituary for him, which is more than world
The
leaders
problem with the
often get.
movie, though,
Although
it's
he
gonna
entered
be
the war
like
almost 100
Air
years ago,
Bud
Sergeant
goes
Stubby
to
will
war.
likely be celebrated for
fucking
being
cheesy and stuff.
Very cool. Definitely a Boston Terrier.
That's what I thought. Because of the
We have
roundness.
a piece of gun history today as well. That is today, and that is today is the anniversary of the birth of Joe. I don't know, Luger, the guy who invented the gun and the bullet.
So we have him to blame
He-
for the 9mm Luger?
What's that? The best bullet ever invented? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was in fact the 9mm 9x19 Parabellum. So you misunderstood. Sorry.
Oh yeah, see, because I thought you were talking about 9mm, the best round ever invented.
So the man though was born today, March 6th, 1849, and we just missed the other way. We missed the patent of his pistol, which was in 1904 on March 1st. So we're mentioning both of those today.
Yeah, and that is, I don't know. I like the look of the Luger. That's my dad actually has a pellet gun that looks just like that, and you screw in the little like CO2 canister into the butt of the pistol. Unfortunately, all the seals are all worn out, so it doesn't really work. Like it loses air pressure right away. But I always remember that as a kid, like that thing was cool as hell. So maybe that's why I like 9mm.
So basically, you're saying that BB gun has the same ballistically
Effectiveness.
I think that's what you're saying. I don't think I'm saying that.
So we did have a little bit of gun history today. We've talked about the idea of using handouts and flyers and stuff for Second Amendment issues, where you can use those, how to use them. Encouraging people, if you've seen some good ones, to take a picture of it, right? Post it. If it's something that catches your eye, chances are it's going to work for other people. And if someone's out there trying to design something that's eye-catching, that can be a way that everybody can help to spread the word. Plus, whatever you're taking a picture of there is going to be distributed, and you're going to help share whatever that is that you're taking a picture of. We also talked about plastic guns for a bit, and then our daily stuff. So we'll be starting again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, for episode 262. We'll be talking about the ambiguous gun laws that are out there. Good idea, bad idea, bolt gun versus lever actions. And then we'll be talking about New York and have some guests on to talk about gun laws in New York. What do we got on Gun Channels tonight?
I think we got Matt. I imagine Never Enough Ammo coming up here shortly.
Yep.
I know we like shooting, and then I definitely believe it's going to be an exhilarating topic on Locked and Loaded this week, this evening as well.
Yes,
And then, of course,
alien invasion.
what to do in case of.
Yeah, we already had a discussion on this, and he's going to fall into the same old paradigm that the aliens are here to conquer. And I say, what if we're going out into the woods to cut down a tree? If there's what do you call it, an ant farm or an anthill or whatever, right between us and the tree, we might casually walk through the anthill to get to the tree and not even pay it second attention. So I could see an alien not even caring
Man,
about
your alien apologist waves will carry no weight here, sir.
We're going out to get some firewood. We may or may not destroy an anthill. We just don't care. We don't even acknowledge that they exist, or if we do, we don't even
Does
care.
not make you any less of an asshole to the ants, though.
Okay, that's right, for the ants that get destroyed. But here's
Right.
the thing. You get your firewood and you leave the forest. Your ambition isn't to step on every anthill out there because they are of no significance. So he's going to suggest that the aliens are going to spend all this effort and use their fancy technology to get here and then be worried about us. We're going to be the ants. Some of us might get stepped on as they
They're
take our
just going to be
apps.
here to take all of our resources and leave the planet a dead husk. They're irrelevant to whether we're here or not.
Maybe our water, and they're going to take our oceans, they'll take our atmosphere, and then they'll.
Well, if you watch Battlefield Earth, you know that they're coming for the gold. Hello.
Which is dumb
Maybe
because
watch it.
then they would go to asteroids if they really wanted precious metals. There's way
That
more
is
in
a
asteroids than there are on Earth.
You are correct. And then the other one would be water. You know, the other one, you know, they could terraform the planet because they ruined theirs. There's
or
many.
what if they're coming here for the Matrix and they want us to be batteries? Then why would they kill us? They're going to be nice.
What about Mars needs women, so they're just going to take all our chicks? I won't stand for it, sir. I will not stand for it.
Hide your women. That's what happens. Anyway, it will be an interesting discussion. That's on Locked and Loaded
Locked
tonight.
and Loaded, yeah.
It usually starts when Matt's supposed to end, but then Matt just keeps going. So then I think we like shooting. Jerry mentioned that one. As well.
I did. I'm not sure what the topic was though, and I don't even remember what Never Enough Ammo's topic was for the evening either. I mean, I know it's going to be talking about The Walking Dead. Hopefully, talk about Logan. Might be too early for all of that, I guess. I mean, we still haven't even been able to talk about John Wick 2 for crying out loud. But anyway, I'm getting off track here.
All right. Well, that'll be the end of episode 261. Thanks everybody for watching. Matt, Never Enough Ammo is the next show starting up, I believe. It'll be on the main page of Gun Channels if you want to check it out. On the Instagram side, we're broadcasting this on Instagram as well. Hash Tactical is letting people know about the bullet button laws in California, and awesome. I mean, we're doing this as a show every day, but the whole point of it is to get conversation going about the second. So we're just kind of playing around by posting it here on the Instagram, kind of getting a feel for how many people are, at this time slot able to or interested to even click on it. But don't feel bad at all that you went off topic over there talking about California laws. Obviously, that's more important than the stuff we've been talking about. So glad that we had a small format here, small place here that you had a chance to talk about that. And steadily, if you're not already familiar with Hash Tactical, just click on the link there. I'll take you over to her channel, and excellent Second Amendment advocate. She will let you know what's going on in California and elsewhere by monitoring her feed over there. So I'm going to turn off the Instagram one. Thanks everybody for joining us over there. And now that that one is ended, we can say thank you to the people we really care about, our Patreon supporters, and the people watching us on Gun Channels and YouTube Live. We do appreciate the people that jump in live. Like Z was saying, it gives us a lot more to work with. It gives us some encouragement, and it's good to see the numbers growing. So thanks to the people that are joining us for the first time. Hopefully enjoyed the show. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always email them to us at dailygunshow@gmail.com.
Yes, and that brings us to a very, very excellent quote that's very topical and probably needs to be applied. Again, thanks everybody. This quote here for the end of the day is by Will Rogers. Definitely has said a lot of good things in his lifetime, and this one is another one. Never miss a good chance to shut up. So thank you and aloha. Everybody have a good evening. See you around.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.
Yay.
Oh, Pink's got a lobby up. All right, cool. I can shut mine down.